The fun thing about being almost 30 is the fact that you have all these really random aches and pains, like this headache that I've had for like the past 5 days, and you don't know whether it's because you didn't drink water or you didn't sleep enough or you slept too much, or maybe the fact that you haven't eaten in 5 days because you just straight up forgot.
Or are you dying?
Or you're dying.
If we want to take it there, yeah.
If you want to take it there. And then I have to figure out if I want to make a doctor's appointment for like 3 months from now.
Guarantee it's always pointless.
Just so I can cancel it when it goes away in, a week or two. And I'm like, I guess it wasn't life-threatening. No, this is the Rank Down podcast. I'm Stephanie, and with me is...
I'm Zach.
Today we're going to talk about something that apparently...
impossible to maintain in this moment in time.
Our haircuts. That's what we will be ranking today. I'm doing the ranking a little bit different, where it's more of a categorizing, I think. We do have an S tier, and that is the one haircut that you would pull off for the rest of your life. That is top tier. That is one that you could see yourself having for all time, forever and ever. Then we have I kind of put them in a order of, best to worst, but they're kind of in their own categories. I have for an A tier is the apocalypse tier, the type of haircut you would have, like if you were in a post-apocalyptic punk setting, some sort of character in cyberpunk, or if you're just an edgelord. Mm-hmm. For a B tier, I have the yeehaw tier. I think you can deduce what exactly.
B for backcountry.
B for backcountry, yeah. Yeehaw. C is the bullied you in high school tier.
I think cuck. C for cuck.
Sure, let's go with that. But these are the ones you'd see on people who either you were at the time you were in high school that bullied you, or now that they're an adult.
I feel like that's going to regionalize us really hard.
It might.
We'll get to that point when we get there.
Then D tier is suburban white mom or Karen tier. Also, this includes dadcore.
And then finally F.
F is, oh god, oh no, what did I do? This was a huge mistake.
Basically everyone's haircuts at the beginning of the quarantine.
Just for a fun fact, I was, and you can attest to this, well, I actually pretty much for the past 7 years have been just totally fucking with my hair in every color, length, hairstyle, but I did make the huge mistake of just bleaching the fuck out of my hair in the past year and recoloring it, and then I did a quarantine mullet.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to mullets more. But I will
mullets
say
more later.
Everything else was rather tame before that. It was definitely the mullet that kind of...
Yeah, now I just live with whatever is happening on my head.
As do most of us, yeah.
It's been about 7 months, and it's still just... It's still a mullet. I haven't really done much to fix it.
The sad thing is mine is turning into a mullet accidentally. And not like a good mullet, like a mullet that's...
I mean, you almost have a rat tail.
Yeah, well,
you almost have a ratatouille under your hat.
It's more like two ratatouilles, because for whatever reason the like very back of my head won't grow as fast as the two sides. So there's like little like neck strap ones. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to call
So double
that.
rat tail.
Yeah.
What would pigtails?
No.
But mullet.
neck
There's
warmers? I don't know.
There's already horsetails. What other farm animal are we missing out on? Pigs, horses, rat tail, shark
I'm
tail.
just gonna call it a rat orgy.
A rat. It's a rat king on the back of your neck.
I'm the rat king. Yep.
Just all your rat tails have gotten all tangled up together, and it's just a fucking horrifying abomination. So speaking of abominations, we'll start with our first haircut, and that would be the classic, which we've seen a lot of this in the past 4 years, is a comb over.
I see. I was about to say, since you're the one that chose the list and the rankings, I was going to try to offer, unbeknownst to you, like, I guess some sort of option for each of these.
Mm-hmm.
So since you said comb over and very obviously alluded towards him, this one would belong to your Donald Trumps.
Yeah.
I don't know many other comb overs, though.
I mean, think of any old man.
Well, yeah, it's like
a generic old man.
It's like super...
Think of Shutterstock. Now, type in the search bar, old man.
Yeah, that is screaming comb over energy. But I mean, he is kind of the pinnacle of that. I think the comb over is so pointless. It's...
Just show off your bald head.
Yeah.
Just show it off,
I say this as like someone who kind of flips their hair over and everything too.
That is not
At
a
least
comb
I'm
over.
throwing
What you
it...
do is not a comb over.
No, I know it's not a comb over. I'm saying, like, that is fine if your hair, like, has some sort of wave to it, but that's not, like, a feeble attempt to, like, cover up a bald head and have
Should you spray paint
shine straight through.
Should you spray paint your like head like Rudy Giuliani?
Or like
and like have it fucking melt off your sideburns?
No.
Like, is that a better choice to
No.
just for men spray paint
Side
it?
note, if you're these kind of go hand in hand, do not do a comb over and do not dye your hair as like last ditch efforts to feel like you're not aging.
Just shave your head.
You can, yeah, one, you can shave your head. Two, going gray is not the worst thing in the world. From no matter what gender.
Yeah, we want that salt and pepper, baby.
Not even just salt and pepper, just salt. I don't even care. Like, it's totally fine, you know? And I mean, even now, kids are fucking dyeing their hair gray just to match that. You're already ahead of the curve, to be honest.
Okay, so where are we throwing comb overs?
I'm throwing them...
I think it's just dadcore.
I think
For
it
sure.
is. I think it's...
D, dadcore.
It's in the Karen dadcore, maybe grandpa core, but I think it's D. Yeah, we'll put it down there. The comb over is... It's not winning any awards.
It's not winning any wars either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe in the past it did.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
So, next up we have a crew cut. Speaking of winning wars.
This is one that I wouldn't really know.
A crew cut? It's what...
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what you called it.
It's what a military cut is.
I thought that was just default player. Like, that's literally what you start...
You start in, like, white underwear, out
Crew
of the
cut.
womb.
Yeah. I guess
standing in a T-pose.
I guess there's kind of like a fade to it, though.
Yeah, it's got a fade.
I will say, this is, like, very much giving me... What pulled up here, it's giving me kind of Apocalypse vibes and kind of Yeehaw vibes. It's somewhere in the middle.
Because I'm going to say, for me, personally, this is kids who bullied me in high school and then joined the military.
God, this is a hard one, actually. Because the ones I'm looking at, if I could show you the examples, I have, like, ones that kind of go into, like, faux hawks and are just, like, really well-kept.
No. A classic crew cut is, like, just put military in front of your Google search. Military crew cut.
I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying, though. If you go there, I would say these are a bunch of fucking cucks. Like...
Please stop using cuck. We're not on Reddit. We're not on, like, right-wing fucking parlay.
I just tried to alphabetize, but yes, these are definitely, like, dudes who think they're reinventing the wheel, so to speak, and, like, are trying to pull off these haircuts that only people like here it's got Justin Timberlake as like one of them. I'm not sure that I would lump him in with some of these other ones, but yeah, this is definitely in the C tier.
Yeah, there are probably plenty of kids who bullied me in high school and now are in the military or prison.
It's kind of funny because these are the kids that bully you in high school, but then their mom makes them get this haircut. So,
yeah. Well, they're a future U.S. Army soldier, so they have to. So I have next is a undercut. Now, there's several different types of undercut you can get. I'm specifically talking about a men's undercut.
Okay.
So this is like the fucking Richard Spencer cut.
Okay. Well, yeah, I wouldn't... I guess I should have given another example. I threw Justin Timberlake in there last time.
Oh, is Justin Timberlake in this one again?
No,
I'd be so fucking stoked.
No, but I think
He's done everything.
I think I've seen Zayn Malik in like both or something. But see, that's hard because yes, you end up with like some people who are Richard Spencers. This definitely screams the vibes of like tattoo artist. Like this is someone that I don't know, they have like one of those flat like tattoos that's just like a band around their arm, and then they have this and
that band has a swastika on it.
No. They don't all have to be Nazis. There's a lot of people with undercuts that aren't Nazis.
I mean, didn't you technically have an undercut, or was there a fade?
It was just a fade up, and like I have the swoop, but I didn't really ever have like an undercut. I never relied on like having to get my hair up like that hard.
I think I would put it in like the edgelord apocalypse tier.
I do too. I think the only other thing I want to mention here is that that's also the FaZe Clan haircut, so I'm okay with it.
Phase up.
Yeah, so A tier.
That haircut made me slap my laptop. Ow. Okay. So now we have a mullet.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna allude to.
Now,
earlier.
I would usually put this in. I'm a huge fan of mullets. I think mullets on women, very fucking cute. Love them. Mullets on men, that's fucking yee territory, and I don't touch that. But mullets on women, I would have been a huge fan of. But now, having experienced a home done mullet, it's now in F, oh god, oh no, what did I do?
I think there's also a big difference. I think it's really easy to throw this in the yeehaw tier. This is also what I was talking about with the kids that bully you in high school. Kind of showing, like, region specific. But, like, all the kids played hockey, and if they won a big game, they would all cut it into a fucking mullet. And so that still happens. Like
this haircut is region locked.
No, definitely not. I mean, it's all across the world, but I always assume that like if someone has this, they're coming from the trashy part of their country. I'm
gonna give you a caveat. If it is like a J-rock mullet, like if it's like a Japanese rock star, that shit is like edgelord. Shit, that looks good.
But the two big examples we have of mullets, or at least myself.
I guess what type of mullet are we talking about? Because there's also the emo mullet.
I know January feels like it was a century ago, but that's when everyone was watching, what is it, Tiger King or whatever, Joe Exotic. But he is probably one of the most recent memories of like mullets.
So we're going Joe Exotic mullet.
There's that, but I also happened upon Billy Ray Cyrus, who is rocking a pretty dank mullet. Like,
he always has.
I don't want to
Billy
break
Ray.
his
Shout out to Billy Ray
heart.
Cyrus. Come on our podcast, Billy
I do
Ray.
think, for me, it still belongs in yeehaw tier.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you.
I think that's a pretty given.
That's just the most appropriate place for it. to be honest. We have a mohawk.
The Tony Hawk. He didn't have one, but that's all I can think of, because I think I've only ever seen, like, one person with, like, a really honest-to-God mohawk. That was my cousin back in, like, 2006.
Okay, so I dated a guy in 2009. That's not important. The important part is that he shaved his own mohawk, and he styled it, I think, entirely one time, and then the rest of the time it just became a really, really butchered undercut because he did not maintain it, like, by any means. So I've never really seen anyone with a well-maintained mohawk. So
this is my question, though, are we talking, like, are we on the same page here with mohawk? There's, like, simple mohawks that just go up, I just scrolled past Pink, and Pink has, like, had a mohawk in the past, but it's just because it's,
is it a faux hawk?
It's not, I mean, I guess it's kind of leaning into faux
because
hawk.
The next bullet point I have here is the faux hawk.
Well, you see, that's where I'm, like, separated. I would say the mohawk is something like Liberty Spikes. It's like...
Liberty Spikes are their own thing. But they are, I guess, a style of mohawk.
Yeah, I mean...
But a straight up mohawk, I think that's edgelord apocalypse tier.
Yeah, I think both are.
Faux hawk is bullied you in high school.
That's hard to say. I don't know.
Because all I can think of is, like, Adam Levine or something like that. And Adam Levine
I think
in
he
high
got
school...
bullied in high school.
No, he would have bullied me.
Yeah, but he had...
He would have came to the tennis team, fucked everyone on the tennis team, and then told me to, like, go, like, fucking make him a sandwich or something.
Before Maroon 5, Adam Levine was not like that at all.
Have you seen that bitch's tattoos?
Yes, but you can't... It's like the fame came and swept over him and created him into this. It
created fuckboy.
Yeah, but as far as I'm aware, before that, he was like he had dyslexia or something. He was like picked on. He was like a.
Well, now I feel bad.
Yeah,
I'm being ableist.
Yeah, he's a big fucking nerd. But, like, granted, I don't like Maroon 5, but he himself, I don't think, is like a big douche. Though I will say, I don't know, because to me, faux hawk meant that you would get bullied in high school. At least for my high school. Because faux hawk was just like... I feel like faux hawk is... That's hard. I guess that's like the camp it falls in. It would, to me, be almost like a plain Jane kind of thing, so... Maybe?
Yeah. Mine's bullied in high school.
Mohawk is a very... easy one for me, though. That is apocalyptic. Especially
yeah, for sure.
If you're doing, like, Liberty Spikes and you're
I
coloring
swear,
it.
like, your character creation in Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be, like, Mohawk is gonna be the standard.
It feels Mad Maxian to me, you know?
Yeah. I never saw Mad Max Fury Road. Please don't come at me.
Please don't come.
Please, there's no coming. Please stop.
Mr. T is my... mohawk choice. Apparently, Adam Levine, Speak of the Devil, also had a mohawk, so...
That's what I mean. Okay, so, our next point actually was a rat tail. I think we can do this one really, really easy and quickly and put that in yeehaw. I don't think there's any other place where that would fall.
I think it's yeehaw. It's just hard because the person I know that had a rat tail is very not yeehaw. But I know on the grand scheme, in the greater scale, rat tail is very yeehaw.
Wait, I feel like I know who had a rat tail, but I can't think of it.
Well, obviously we're not saying any names on here anyway.
So, we have a bowl cut. Standard bowl cut. Little...
Oh, I wasn't done with the rat tail. Oh. I still have to give a...
definitive...
Well, I think it's yeehaw, but also my celeb of choice is actually going to Shia LaBeouf back when he was in the Just Do It phase.
Oh, fuck yeah. I forgot he had a rat tail then. Okay, it's now kind of cool.
it's now kind of cool in post, even though that was like, God, I don't even know. Is that
was 2016.
2016?
That was 2016. Was just
right at the beginning of
just
the
do it.
election kind of era.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I still think I'm putting it in Yeehaw. I don't think it's quite on apocalyptic. I think if you had it during the apocalypse, it would be such a detriment. You know?
That's something somebody could rip right out.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Also, it is in fact blizzarding out, so all I hear is blizzard noises. And, like, the loose cables, like, whapping against the side of our apartment.
About damn time, though.
Okay,
So,
now we're
bowl
going to
cut.
move on to the bowl cut.
I know it's not necessarily, like, a Karen haircut, but I think she's the one behind it.
Yeah, she's the reason for the bowl cut. Because I don't think it's going to be the kids who bullied you in high school. I'm thinking these are the kids who are bullied. And I feel a lot of empathy for them. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be suburban white mom made their kid get a bowl cut.
You know what's interesting?
Or maybe, oh God, oh no, what did I do?
You know what's interesting? And obviously I'm still kind of going into the celeb picks here.
Yeah, no, just, for the rest of the episode, just give me what's your favorite celebrity of each style is.
Well, that's a hard
pulls
one
this
because
off?
I don't know anyone in particular. But I'm about to blow your mind here. The bowl cut is super in right now. It's maybe the most popular haircut because all the fucking K-pop stars have one.
Also, there is a celeb. There's Oliver Tree has a fucking bowl cut.
Oliver Tree. the pinnacle of manliness and coolness. No, that's all joking, I feel. Like,
I mean,
that's
yeah, but
almost...
it's an aesthetic.
Yeah, I guess, but...
God,
I don't know.
I'm looking at these bowl cuts, and, like, these were a thing in the 90s, though.
They
Holy
were.
shit.
I mean, that's why he has one, is he's calling back. That's
Yeah,
why he
it's
wears
like a
the Taco
90s
Bell cup as a
aesthetic.
fucking shirt. But I really think...
And also the K-pop bowl cuts, I don't think are, like, full-on bowl cuts.
No, they're like stylized bowl cuts. I get that. And I think for the purpose of this, we're talking about, like, if you've seen Ned's Declassified, it's like coconut head.
Ooh, Karen O had a bowl cut.
I don't know who that is.
From the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Mm. Well,
And she's a hottie.
That's the thing, is like, well, I even seen through this, is like, Rihanna had a bowl cut. So, like, if...
Okay, I'm just
if
being
it's a
reminded
lady-
how cool Karen O is.
if it's like a lady, or like some pop star, or something like that, chances are these bowl cuts are, like, stylized. They're really well
I'm
done.
actually gonna put this in edgelord apocalypse tier, because now that I'm looking at Karen O's bowl cut, I kind of want to do it. And this is the same, like, urge that overtook my body and soul when I wanted a mullet.
Just fight it. Lest you have the same reaction.
Yeah, then you have to listen to me for another, like, 2 years.
Dealing
Why
with
did
that.
I do this?
See, also, I think when we're talking about the bowl cuts to, like, the celebs and all that stuff, it's a little unfair because they're, like, you know, their stylist is just actually going at it and has, like, a whole theme and all this stuff. Traditional bowl cuts are your mom or your dad throwing a bowl on your head. Hence the name.
Okay.
So I think I'm keeping it in Karen.
Okay, well, yeah. Keep it in Karen tier. Pixie cut. Pixie cut for a girl.
Pixie.
This is where my bisexuality shows, and I say, hell yeah, always have a pixie cut. It is very cute. It is very edgy. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a edgelord.
The apocalypse one.
Yeah, edgelord / apocalypse. It's pixie cuts cute on girls. It's edgy. It's fun.
I think it depends. The problem is the pixie is like one step away from the Karen cut.
Yeah, but it is not
it's
Karen.
It's really teetering on that.
It's close, but it is not the Karen.
Yeah. I saw Jennifer Lawrence, put Katy Perry in there, Emma Watson. Emma Watson's cool. We'll go with her.
Look, there's fucking, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson. She's...
ScarJo.
Yeah, our favorite Asian actress.
Still with that.
Rocking it.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the apocalypse.
Okay. How about a fully shaved head?
That, to me, is... You know, it's feeling lonely down in the F in the chat. But I don't want to, like, be mean. Some people will just rock this, you know?
I have several friends who just shaved their head, and, like, they look great.
And some people...
I'm just going to say it's dadcore, I think. I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing in the world.
I am... And I hate that this one's loading up. So... God, this one could go, like, any way, I feel. I mean, it is literally, like, the default, too. It is, like, everyone starts with it, you know?
We all start with a shaved head. Not bald, shaved head.
Shaved. I remember I came out the womb and the doctor took a razor straight.
Before they even cut the cord.
Yeah.
They just wanted that shit smooth.
I gotta give him a fresh look. So, here's the thing. It could be, like, any which way. I mean, if we're talking again, like, Mad Max, shaved head, it works. And it's smart. It's effective and efficient.
Ooh, I forgot how efficient it is.
Could be a fucking, like, one of those weirdos.
You could be a speedy swimmer.
Yeah, or like a skinhead. So you could be one of those freaks in high school for sure. Shaved head. I mean, generally, I knew a bunch of, like, bullies in high school who were just like, I can't let my shit get more than an inch long, otherwise I'm a woman and I'm a terrible person.
Imagine thinking having hair is gay.
Hair is pretty freaking gay.
Damn it, got too long and I just can't stop thinking about penises.
So we got, like, we got Kristen Stewart, lots and lots of soccer players.
You're forgetting the most important person who had a shaved head. Yours truly.
Oh, yeah. You're such a celebrity.
I mean, I could be a celebrity to you.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. It looks like everybody has done the shaved head, even Britney Spears at one point.
Yeah. Free Britney, by the way.
Free Britney. For sure. I do think a shaved head, for me, is still gonna fall in the apocalypse. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe the F, though.
I don't know. It's pretty edgy, too. Like, half of my coworkers have now shaved their head at some point. Like, and it's cool. I did it, and I thought I was really cool when I shaved my head.
I think
it's kind of me. I'm gonna go with dadcore.
I guess if you want to throw it there, I'm throwing it up in the apocalypse.
Okay. I didn't know that there was a name for this, and there is because it's a famous woman, I guess. This is the cut you're looking for, the Kate Gosselin.
It's just called the Kate Gosselin.
The Gosselin haircut.
Is that the Karen?
It is the Karen.
I see.
That can easily just slide right where it belongs.
I mean, yeah.
To suburban white woman zone.
If we have to clarify it all, like any bit more, it's kind of just the can I speak to your manager haircut?
Yes.
It looks like she doesn't wear that anymore, but oh, is it the Kate +8 lady? Is that who Kate Gosselin is?
I think you're correct.
It just kind of snuck back in my brain. God damn it.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
I don't think, I guess that's a thing. If she wasn't
She looks
her,
great now. It grew out so beautifully. Holy shit.
If it wasn't her, and it wasn't attached to a blonde lady, it would look like an emo haircut.
It is the emo haircut,
too. It really is. But
I had a really good friend who had that haircut with the spikes in the back, except it was black, and he was an emo. And it was way cooler. But it still, I think it belongs solidly in suburban white mom.
I think accurately it belongs there for both reasons, because again, like the bowl cut, the whole part of it being worn in a scene kid way is because your parents are like a Karen.
It's a suburban white mom who's allowing it.
Can you imagine, though, if there was like a Karen and like a scene kid and they went out and they looked like
they had the same haircut,
but for different stances?
They were twinning.
Yeah.
So then I have a pompadour, and I almost want to give that A tier edgelord apocalypse because of JoJo's. But I'm gonna put a pompadour down in dadcore because I think dadcore. Yeah, that's like the only person would be like it's gonna be grandpa core. Like your grandfather probably had that haircut back in the fucking 50s.
I mean, my dad has a lesser version of this now. The only things I'll say, the kind of caveats here. One, it's definitely dadcore because if you look at like any past photos of those kind of guys, they're all trying to be Elvis. They're all trying to be like that. So they're all wearing pompadours. But, and I don't know where to lump this in, but it seems kind of like the modern Indian haircut. Like, India is a big fan of this haircut.
Oh, yeah.
It's all like Bollywood and whatnot right now.
That's
with
true.
With pompadours.
I would also like to give you a option for this haircut if you would just type in the name Janelle Monáe.
Oh, I know Janelle Monáe. I know.
After that,
I know she has that.
Fucking crushes that pompadour. She's so cute.
For sure. And like I said, I have Elvis. You could put Bruno Mars there, even. I know. So I think it's solidly...
But it's very dadcore.
And see, moms love
suburban
Bruno
white
Mars
moms fucking love Bruno Mars.
So I think it's solidly in the D.
Okay. Yeah. Got it in the D. What about a man bun?
Oh, man. Bun.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna say, maybe bullied me in high school.
Yeah, a lot of those guys kind of crossed over into this. If we're like kind of speaking at a moment in time.
I think those guys would bully me now, to be honest.
Yeah, but they weren't wearing man buns like back then, you know? I don't know. Maybe
man bun is like a pretty new thing. I'm looking at these images and it's wild. There's like a Party USA man bun wig and it's just horrifying.
I will say, it's like you really obvious, you know, I think this is my actual like F in the chat one. Only because the ones that pull it off can pull it off really well. But a lot of people just like try to because they see what's that guy who plays Thor? I can't even think of that actor's name.
Oh God, fuck if I know.
Shit. Well, he's kind of like my go-to, or like what's that other guy? Jason
Derulo.
No. It's like Jason Momoa or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Jason Momoa. Yeah, Aquaman.
Like, he's got long hair.
And
he throws it up into, like,
Aquaman.
a man bun. Or just a bun, as we should probably be calling them.
And what the fuck else is Jason Momoa in that I'm not, like, thinking of? Is he just Aquaman? Oh, it's Game of Thrones.
He was Thrones.
He was a fucking rapist.
Yeah. I mean, okay, his characters suck, but he's a cool-looking dude.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy.
He seems alright.
He obviously is a good-looking dude and pulls off a man bun quite well. And dudes like him can wear them quite well. Some hipsters wear them quite well. But then you have everybody trying to fucking mimic that shit, and just because they have long hair and it's just a little grease ball on top of their head.
I feel like
stupid.
You're referring to a couple people we know.
It's definitely in the heady culture up here. We'll just say, like, we'll leave it there.
So I'm going to go with bullied in high school. You're going with F?
The full F.
In the chat?
F in the chat.
Okay. Now, I'm going to say a slicked back ponytail or an Ariana Grande style pony.
Oh, so it's just Ariana Grande?
No, there's other people who've done it. I think Demi Lovato did like a slicked back.
I just kind of find that haircut boring, I suppose. But also they're bullies. They're kind of the...
Oh, Kim Kardashian also does that. Rihanna does it. Yeah, it is kind of Mean Girl.
I think it's the bullied in high school thing. I think it's C tier.
I'm looking at this Google images, and these are all girls who probably would fucking just, like, spread rumors about...
They're in a sorority now.
Me being a lesbian or something, which was kind of true, but...
Yeah, I think I'm solid there, and I think we've already dished out enough.
Yeah, no, these
Collins.
girls hate me. Let's keep it there.
It's okay. They hate themselves too. Next,
deep cut. This one is called a tonsure.
Oh, the monk.
Yeah, it's the monk hairstyle.
Well, here's the difference.
I just want to stop for a second. And if you are on GIS right now and you go 2 rows down and the second one from the right, it's a guy who's cut it from, it's like around his face, like from the beard up to his forehead. It's fucking killing me.
That one is pretty good. That guy is a
really
fucking beast.
I love it. The metadata says the sideways tonsure, silly haircuts.
That's just what this is. It's just a silly haircut. If someone wears it like that, if they were wearing the bang part of this, it's like an even stupider bowl cut, right? And I will be honest too, if you shave that part out, you just get the old man cut. And as we discussed before, just shave it.
If this is for priests and monks, is it so that they can put their little hat on?
No, I don't think so, because that would be if they were Jewish and they're not rabbi.
No, priests have a little hat too. They don't have like the same little hat, but they have like a little hat that goes on under like their robes and shit.
I think, and you know, tell me if I'm wrong, crowd, but I think it's to mimic a halo.
Oh, that would make sense.
I think it's to be like I'm saintly, you know?
Okay.
I mean, you have to dress up like you're saintly, right?
I guess.
To
do vile deeds.
Monks, in the grand scheme and the D&D sense, cool. In this sense...
My D&D character is never having this hairstyle.
Very
I'm going to put this in F tier.
You know, it's also hard because I can't... There's no celebrity for this. It's just the monk archetype. That's
and I'm trying to find like one that I think I'm like, okay, this could be cool, like where it could fit in apocalypse tier, but they all look just really, really bad.
How did this person also have a vertical tonsure? This is the weirdest thing.
Well, I think we found your next haircut. Oh, you could do it with the beard hair you got right now.
No, I'm good. Yeah, this is definitely
There's no redeeming qualities to it, honestly.
This is the F tier.
I'm so sorry if you have like some sort of condition that makes your hair like this.
Shave. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, my dad almost has this haircut.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's very close to the old man just like trying to deal with that, and it's like, just cut your hair. I mean, if it's short enough, it looks okay, but like, just cut it off.
It's just rings of Saturn swirling around that big old noggin. This is less of a, I guess, I don't know why I included it, just for more to talk about, but there are 2 that come in this, and they do make a big difference, is pigtails and braided pigtails.
I guess I'm so unfamiliar with, like, what these might look like.
You don't know what a pigtail is?
So pigtails versus braided pigtails, I'm just, like, trying to think who would have what, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, pigtails are ooh-woo daddy ooh-woo, and braided pigtails are horse girls, I'd say.
I think that's kind of what I was about to go with. Yeah, like, in horse girl energy, or HGE, is very much in, like, the yeehaw.
That's also kind of, like, bullied me in high school.
If you got bullied by horse girls...
I was bullied by everyone, okay? I
Man,
was bullied by everyone.
if you can't just simply, like, walk away from a horse girl, like,
But
come
then
on.
there's these Instagram models who are like doing these French braided pigtails. And
Well-
those are kind of like, they're girls who would probably, I mean, they make like hundreds, thousands of more dollars than I do, and they probably would bully me now.
I don't know. I'm seeing this as
I'll put
that kind of
braided pigtails solidly in Yeehaw.
It's between there, I will say, because it also looks like a kind of like braided specifically. It looks kind of like a mean girl
In
sort of
the
thing.
Ooh Daddy pigtails, I guess. I think I might put that in would have for a lifetime. That's
Yeah.
my S tier, is pigtails.
I
I like
obviously
putting the
I'm
little.
not
I like
doing
doing
that,
the fucking Misa Amane like little pigtails.
What about, like, is it like buns or anything, or is it like got to be long
I
pigtails?
think the
or
buns
something?
can be included in that.
Yeah, I mean it's clearly not my S tier because I'm not trying to rock that hairstyle the rest of my life.
I mean, you could.
Could not. But I do think, and I don't know, like, I don't know where to throw this, because anything that isn't S tier seems like it's kind of bad, but, like, it might be kind of apocalyptic from what I see, too, but it also
Yeah,
might...
it's all just filled with e-girls. The apocalypse has... The rapture
Well,
has taken everyone except for every e-girl.
Well, that's kind of what I'm wondering, is, like, it feels like it could be just off of, like, the way we portrayed, like,
Oh my god, it's
cyberpunk and
Asuka
stuff.
Langley Soryu.
Yeah, it's like kind of the way we portray that shit. But also, like, I'm maybe hard pressed to put it in F tier too, only because, like, that's like, oops,
Ouch.
like, looking back, being like, like, why did I have that haircut? You know? So
Well, this is more of a hairstyle than a cut.
I suppose, yeah, you know, it's just
You could take it
Take it
down
down.
at any point.
I think I'm throwing in Apocalypse and Harley Quinn.
Oh, and I do have to say one thing about the braided pigtails is that I am throwing my girl Wednesday Addams under the bus with that one, and I'm so sorry, but there are more horse girls than Wednesday Addams.
Well, yeah, I also scroll by, like, I don't know what to call them, but, like, German beer stein carrying girls.
Yeah.
They are all, like, in that exact camp. But I think not many people in the modern day and age are really wearing it like that. They're only
And
wearing
also,
it for events like Oktoberfest.
Now I'm seeing, like, braided pigtails again, and these all look like girls who start a forest fire from a gender reveal.
Maybe. I think we're spending way too much time on pigtails because
let's
it's
get
just
off of
something
it.
you can put up and down.
Yeah. And then I have bangs.
I guess what kind of bangs? Bangs is a pretty ambiguous one.
I'm gonna
You
say
mean like a female
straight
bang?
across bangs.
Your Zoe Deschanel, or like your, I guess, Amelie? Like, are we talking like kind of shorter bangs?
I'm gonna say straight across bangs.
That didn't clarify at all.
Sorry.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe
or
Deschanel
Amelie.
or Amelie.
That's it.
Well, Amelie would be like a bob.
Would it?
Amelie has a bob, yes.
Okay, I guess.
So, know what? Let's skip bangs as a whole, and let's just go with the bob for right now. Like, we'll do an Amelie style bob. And to give you a little context on how I feel about this haircut is when I was a child, my mother forced me every time I got my hair done to get a bob every goddamn time. And I was so upset about it every time. I cried after every haircut. And they're like, oh, it's so cute. Stephanie, bob is so cute. It was actually almost like a page boy. So between a bowl cut and a bob, it was awful. And every fucking time I had to listen to how they're like, oh, you're so adorable. And I hated that haircut. So it's F fucking tier for me. I hate a bob.
Okay, well, I think it's just a Karen cut, too. Bob, for me, is being co-opted by Karens, it seems.
Yeah.
It's like the Karen 2.0, you know?
I don't know. A lot of
There's
Instagrammers are making it cute, I guess.
I just came across a photo of an elephant with a bob cut, and I don't even understand, but now that would be my S tier if I was an elephant. I don't know. I'm sticking it in D tier. It's just kind of meh to me.
Okay. Yeah. And the last one that I have is the classic Farrah Fawcett. And I'm going to say...
Bullies?
I was never bullied by anyone with a Farrah Fawcett haircut from the 70s.
Yeah, but it seems... Okay. No one has a Farrah Fawcett haircut now, so how do we...
So I guess that would have to be Mom, because I'm pretty sure my mother actually did have one.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of the same thing as, what was it I was saying before with, like, the pompadour. It's kind of like...
Very, like, outdated.
It's Mom still trying to hang on to it, you know?
Yeah.
I suppose that's
No,
accurate,
I have pictures...
So that's also D.
I have pictures of my mother, like, in her wedding dress with, like, a Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, yeah, my mom had this, too.
Yeah.
They're about the same age, so...
Makes
they're
sense.
Both very inspired.
It's coming back.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a bad cut by any means, but it's just kind of the people
outdated
that currently are hanging on to it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to point out, it seems like you've made a very gentrified hairstyle list. Where's the afros?
I'm sorry, I don't feel like I'm qualified to talk about, like, textured hair without, like, being racist. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna rank...
I mean, they're all good.
Culturally or...
Granted, yes, we are two white people.
Race-specific
so
hairstyle.
As two white people, we don't necessarily know the ins and outs of that. I couldn't have an afro if I tried. There are white people with afros, but they're more typically not called afros. They're called something rather inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really just like a curly head of hair as opposed to an afro, which is
and that's just like your natural hair. That's not a haircut.
I suppose, but an afro is, I would say, cut because you kind of style it out like that. It takes work to do that. Same with like dreads or
how
locks
about
or anything like that.
Any of those that I can't have because I do not have like textured hair.
Let's just
I can't put it would have for a lifetime. I cannot put it in S tier because I cannot obtain that. But I'll put it in Edgelord Apocalypse because
that's what I was gonna say.
I feel like it's cool hairstyles.
I mean, okay, first off, dreadlocks easily belong there. Dreadlocks themselves. Because...
Oh, yeah. Everyone's hair is going to be dreading.
As soon as the apocalypse happens in 2 years, everyone's going to be, like, going full, what's that called? The, like, old-timey metallic core kind of shit. I can't think of the word for it.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Wild Wild West. What's the style?
Wild Wild West.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
No.
What is the word I'm looking for? Give me a sec. But in the meantime, I think the rest of them also fall in that camp. Because Apocalypse Core is meant to be, like, really cool haircuts. They're also functional. And a lot of those ones are pretty functional. Or you might just end up with dreadlocks because you're not, like, in the Apocalypse, you're not going to be showering.
And stuff like box braids and stuff are functional, like, hairstyles. Like, they're protective. So, yeah. We'll just kind of put that stuff in A tier because I, like I said, I am not qualified to comment on it.
Steampunk.
Oh my god!
I couldn't think of
what fucking
all these steampunk motherfuckers are gonna be wearing
dreadlocks are steampunk?
Yes.
What steampunks are you looking at?
The fucking cringiest people. Sorry, everybody that's a steampunk fan, but it's kind of true.
Yeah, it is.
But go off. If it's the apocalypse, please just do your steampunk thing. I don't care. What else am I
Wild Wild
thinking?
West really did kick off that steampunk, like, aesthetic, didn't it?
Yeah.
We have Will Smith to thank for that.
Will Smith is a hero.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it kicked it off. I guess if I'm, like, thinking about it, it just...
Okay, when did that movie come out? And, like, when did the steampunk...
1999.
Yeah, exactly. When did steampunk start picking up speed?
Oh, come on. You can't tell me you don't think that there was, like, kids from the 70s on.
No!
There was some underground.
That's wild.
It's the same way D&D is popular now, but if you mention D&D back then, you'd probably get beat the shit up.
Well, I think that you were summoning Satan. And then your parents would call the cops on you.
Beat this shit up. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's, like, any other major ones. I mean, I would just kind of lump a lot of those, like, a lot of modern haircuts feel like they'll just go to the apocalypse, fades and all that shit, which kind of were with crew cut, but
any that you can think of that you'd like to present to me?
And like as I
because you don't have an
more,
S tier yet, but I think I know what your S tier is, and it's the haircut that you've had since the day I met you, which is that fade.
I guess if it's to be like. I guess if it's only in relation to myself, then yes. As far as I'm aware, I'm not going to change my haircut anytime soon. And it's just kind of that flop over and sort of faded up business, I guess. I really just like longer hair. That's all I would say, is I would never go short hair. I don't know. So I like probably the floppy do.
The floppy do.
Floppy do.
Is that the official name of it?
It's something to do with that, because
Is it related to Scooby-Doo? Because this could be a tie-in to our last podcast.
Right back to it. No, I think it's just, in essence, like, even the haircut I had before this haircut, like, hairstyle, I still had, like, a swept frisk, or whatever you want to call it, that, like, little emo boy haircut. But I always just like having a lot of hair to throw around, you know?
I just do want to comment that Zach does have the best hair.
I do, but not in the moment in time.
No, but it's a very nice head of hair.
Yes.
And I'm pretty jealous because mine is dry. Actually, almost all my hair fell out about a month ago because I dyed it at home after bleaching it too many times, and a whole fucking toupee's worth of hair just came out of my head. It fell off after doing that. So I'm giving it a rest, wearing a lot of wigs if I do go out. That's not work or, sitting around the house.
Holy shit, now that I'm looking at, like, a list. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff like cornrows. I think cornrows would especially specifically be in the apocalypse. I think it's just a smarter, more efficient way to wear your hair.
Definitely.
But also, I guess there's a name for that weird, like, parted hair for, like, a dad. It's literally, like, such the dad haircut. It's called the ducktail.
What, like the Dwight K. Schrute?
No, look up ducktail hair.
DuckTales. Woo-hoo.
I didn't know there was a name for that, I guess. But this is like... Oh, wow, some of it's
Donald
really
Trump
stupid.
is, like, literally showing up on this. It's like a duck's ass at the back of your head.
You just sit in the barber's chair and you go, Barber, make me look like a duck's ass.
It's better than saying, Barber, make me look like a duck's penis.
Yeah, I guess. We got the beehive. Very old.
Yeah, these are, like, very classic. I think these are all, like, dadcore because they're just, like, so... I searched beehive, and then I got, like, a bunch of, like, beekeeping kits and apiaries, and it just made me remember how much I want to have bees.
We want the bees. Save the bees. Shout out to bees.
Shout out to bees. Please support us so that I can have a home where I have bees.
We want bees.
We want bees. That's really it.
And on that note, I think we're kind of done here.
Yeah.
In closing, I would say
I'm starting to like things show up. Like now I'm on just like bee honeycomb
that's a sign to stop.
Lululemon
That's
leggings.
a sign to stop. So I just want to recap that my S tier is floppy do, and your S tier is what now? The double pigtails or whatever?
Yeah, double pigtails. Really just like the Asuka hair forever.
Does that mean I have to get a Shinji cut?
I fucking hate it. Please don't. Yeah, if you ever watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, it pretty much has just taken up so much of my brain space at this point that...
It feels a little too real at the moment.
Yeah. And what was your bottom?
My bottom
tier?
was filled with man bun
Bees.
and tonsure. Dude, that would be pretty sick though if you had both. That's basically like the samurai cut. So if you have both of my F tiers at once, you're also in the A tier.
Damn. Is that how it works?
I guess so.
I think my very bottom one was a bowl cut and tonsure. No, bowl cut was a step above that. I think it was a tonsure. It's just really bad. It just doesn't look flattering on anyone. Maybe that's how they keep their celibacy like so well.
I think
it's just off-putting to everyone.
I mean, it helps that they hide in the mountains and stuff. But
yeah,
I think as we talked about before, like if you do a quarantine cut during this year of 2020, if it's not a tonsure, you're okay.
Let's see some tonsure cuts, please. If you know anyone who has one.
That wasn't based on a bet.
Yeah, I want to see it. I guess that'll wrap it up for this episode.
I think we've missed something, please let us know.
Yeah, tweet at us. I guess we should get our Twitter handles. I'm at chemtrailsurfer, all one word, and Zach doesn't use his Twitter very
I don't really
much.
use my Twitter, but you can tweet at me, and then maybe that'll make me do it. Mine is Zactopier Art. It's probably super fucking hard to find, so that will probably just be provided on the website or something.
Yeah, just look up the Rank Down podcast. You can hit us up on that. Our podcast has its own Twitter handle too. Yeah, thanks for listening to episode 2. We got it. We didn't give up after 1. So that's pretty good, I think.
Please drop a like and
we don't
subscribe
have
to us.
But we are on Spotify and
leave
Apple Podcasts.
If you like this even remotely, please help us out. Show it off. Leave us
buy us a microphone.
That would probably help too. We're a little bit newbie at this right now, but we're just trying to get.
Do we have a
sign
off? I love you.
Yeah, I love you.
Take care. Bye.